Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm G.SKILL and we're playing Cities Skylines 2. We're looking at the Gruber Triangle International District from last episode, and this has really filled in. The buildings leveling up look really good, I think, especially along our commercial core. But I did get a suggestion from Endless Roadie 3131, who said I should rename Gruber Heights to Allen Heights after the late Alan Rickman, who of course played Hans Gruber, the namesake for our international district. I absolutely love that, so I did rename it, and I think the district is better for it. But with all of this development, we got a ton of new people. We got 10,000 people from last episode on top of the 30,000. So that was like a 30% increase. And if we take a look at our job numbers, we are at 13.4% unemployment, which is like Great Depression era levels. So we got to do something about this. And I'm thinking it is high time we do a giant industrial port way over here. Here we go. This is a good area for a couple of reasons. One, if we take a look at our pollution, it is downwind of everything. So anything we build here will just blow off right into the nothingness. Also, we got a bunch of natural resources. We got oil, ore over here, and it's got good access to highway connections. And then we can do a new shipping lane right around here, connect to the existing ones out there. Keyword for today's build though is ginormous. I want this to take up the entire coastline. We're gonna do a bit of terraforming, but then plop down harbors, do custom highway infrastructure, rail infrastructure, and make use of some of our ginormous industrial signature buildings. Anything to hopefully prop up our unemployment, which just went up. Great, all right, I rest my case. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Okay, we're gonna do a fair bit of terraforming first. Usually a lot of these ports are on reclaimed land or even completely artificial islands, including here in Seattle. Our big containers on an island that just didn't exist before, and they just made it. So we're gonna do something similar. I'm thinking we're gonna do two ports. We'll kind of push the land out here into the ocean. We'll have one port facing this way, so kind of perpendicular to the shoreline. One, and then the other that follows the angle of the shoreline itself. And then we'll have kind of a custom just slab of concrete that has a bunch of container props, something that looks a little bigger, I guess. I don't think 3 harbors is realistic for a city the size of Dewy. Heck, even maybe 2 is a little too much, but it looks cool. So let's start by actually, we got to buy these tiles. Why am I over here? Let's go back here, and I'm gonna grab. Oh, that only had 4,000. Yeah, I'm gonna grab all of these, and then start pushing out this shoreline. Let's grab, I think that elevation, was that like 3 meters above sea level? That should be good enough. Okay, I think that's the general shape I'm going for. My thought is that if we have a shipping lane coming in here, basically ships can do a counterclockwise loop. So they come in here, they can either stop here or go past it into our cargo harbor there. And then obviously we will connect to the shipping lanes that already exist. But first things first, we actually gotta unlock water, which we have not done yet, but we got plenty of development points. So now we can go to water, cargo harbor, here we go. And okay, yeah, this is generally what I want. Let's plop it out, let's say right there. You know what, I'm just gonna buy, stop it, this extra tile right here. Okay, there we go. And then, yeah, we're gonna have the other cargo harbor at this angle right here. I think that's probably enough distance between the two to be safe for the cargo ships coming in. And then obviously let's fix up the terrain around it. And I guess, we were only 1 meter off in terms of how deep the shipping lanes go. Nice. If this were Cities Skylines 1, the second I hit play, all this water would probably just go gushing up under the shoreline. Actually, let's see what happens. Because I raised the seabed. I think we're okay. Okay, I think that's the general shape I'm going for. Yeah, so we'll have some industry or roads in between, and then we'll do our custom shipping container port, you know, props like these over here somewhere. In fact, I want to clean up the shoreline before doing anything else. So I think in this wedge right here, let's we'll just do an alleyway that goes on the sides of these ports. And then we'll get a straight edge going from road to road, but let's bring this terrain out here, and then we'll turn this into a key wall. Yeah, that's cool. And then let's define this shape as well. So let's go back to, for this one, let's use a full road since we don't have the shipping container port there. But let's first, come out here. And I guess we can bring it back a little bit. Sure, we can do something like that, I think, and turn it into a key wall as well. Okay, that's looking good, and we can probably leave this. I won't have a road on this side of the big port in here. We can do more kind of rock wall effect on that side. But okay, I think that's good. Next up, let's get a road that kind of serves as the connector to both of our ports. And I think I do want to connect them like going along this curve because I want there to be easy access between shipping ports. Like we'll have, actually, while we're here, I'm going to upgrade this to a train station. So like, if you're getting goods delivered here and you easily want to put them onto this one's train track, we can do so. Yes, we will have train tracks here as well. I'm not going to put it on this one just because it's kind of a weird angle. We're going to come from our rail line out there, and to have, two lines that go into this one and then kind of loop around, that's a little too tight. So we're going to stick with that one. I think it's, one's probably plenty. But the roads themselves, what I want to do is we'll do this 4-lane divided road and stick to the side of the ports for now. Yeah, we'll keep that connection there. And then let's bring out, actually, let's make this one as well. So thinking about how we're going to get into here from the highway, we'll have like either a trumpet, or maybe we can finally make that highway, finish that highway connection, come down here. And so we're going to come in at this angle right here. And so I'm thinking, let's actually make this a 5-lane asymmetric road for now. So we have more lanes for our incoming highway to kind of merge into. Okay, now let's just start by doing 4-lane road and simple curve to get these two connected. And I'm sure we'll be redoing some lanes soon just to make the lane math work. But all right, I think that's the gist of it. Let's make this final connection here. And we'll have more roads going out on this side, I guess. In fact, yeah, why not? Let's get another 4-lane divide road. We'll come out at a right angle here. Okay, I think this is good for our starting road layout that just connects all the major pieces. We will definitely get some of the bigger assets. I'm thinking, like maybe a new power plant, the vehicle factory, switch on, some of those bigger players for sure. And then again, the highway, I'm thinking will come down here, meet with this highway, and somehow make our crazy connections here. And then we'll do actually probably before that, we will do our rail connection. So actually, yeah, let's do rail connection next. For this rail line, we are going to create another T-junction way out here, and then we're going to bring the cargo rail down through here. We got a natural kind of valley thing going through these hills right there, and then we'll come and snake it, I'm thinking, underneath this highway. I'm probably have to raise the highway a little bit, but then we're going to come around the river, and I'm going to try to get it as straight of an angle into our cargo terminal here as possible, just to minimize the twists and turns of our train line. Yeah, so let's start out here. Let's go to trains. We'll do double track and turn on our topography. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna come maybe through here and then, yeah, down that way. Okay, let's give that a shot. And for these cargo trains, going to try to keep it under 3% descent. I think maybe 2% would be better, but let's see. Let's come down to here, I think. Yeah, I don't think we can fit a line under there. So let's bring back these highway segments, and then we will just rebuild them at a higher elevation. So let's go back to our train line. We'll come out to here. Let's see. Yeah, no elevation change there. That's perfect. Perfect. And then try to get it back down to ground level as we come around this bend. All right, from here, let's start coming out from the train terminal so we know we have like a straight segment to target. We're gonna do a single track here because the idea is we'll have a single branch of the line going into the cargo terminal since that only has one line there. And then we're gonna create some offshoots that kind of come into a custom, end slot, I guess, between this road and whatever we build out here. So let's start by, I guess we can turn anarchy off. Let's make this connection. Ooh, you know what? I want to minimize at-grade crossings as much as possible, like entirely actually, since I don't want to interrupt traffic flow for our heavy semi-trucks. So yeah, let's do this. And then I think I'm going to try to bring that segment underneath this. So let's bring this out to here, let's say. Let's go to our shift terrain tool. Let's bring this down. So this is 120. Let's try to get it down 8 meters, I think is going to be enough for the clearance. And now we can use our slope terrain tool to go down from 120 to, 112. Ooh, I'm trying to get that under 6%. Even for our big semi-trucks, I don't want them to deal with anything too steep. But let's go now from, 112 back up to, 5% is a little better, I think. Yep, definitely going to need to go a little bit lower. And in fact, let me even bring up the train segments a little bit themselves. Yeah, no way a truck's going up to the height of those lights. And that, I think that ascent is probably okay. But let's fix up this terrain now. Sorry, I said this was the train segment, and here I am doing roads and terraforming and stuff. Might be. Okay, back to trains for real now. From here, I'm gonna get like 3 end segments of our rail just for like a custom stopping area. Maybe we can put some, I don't know, some kind of port props around them to make it seem like it's actively used. So we're just gonna use 3 straight edges. We'll go to this corner right here. So that's 408 meters. Try to remember that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna bring back this terrain a little bit just in case we have to curve over it. Okay, let's upgrade. Here, we'll bring back this just a little bit more, and then we're going to upgrade that segment to a double like this. Okay, and then from here, let's start getting a branch to lead to these three tracks. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. Nice, okay. So then we just gotta make this connection right here. I think there's a hill in the way. Let's see, yeah. We might just have to cut right through it, which that's a small hill. I feel like they would totally cut through that for the sake of the railroad. Cool, okay, that's looking good. And I like that we have some height between the water level and the train tracks, so we don't have to deal with flooding. But now we got to redo this highway. Let's bring up this terrain to serve as kind of like a land bridge for the highway to jump off of. And then we'll get same height on this if it's not, oops, if it's not already. Yeah, there we go. We'll smooth that again, but okay, we'll go to highway tool, parallel mode. It's probably 0.25 distance. Yep. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, how's that clearance? Clearance is good. I think that grade is probably gentle enough. I wonder if we can do something fancy to make this bridge look a little cooler. Let me do a time lapse, but okay. I think last thing we gotta do before we actually make our cargo train route is to finish this T-junction. So this should be pretty straightforward. We're gonna go back to double track and let's curve this in. All right, I think our connection is made. How does this track look? Looks pretty flat to me. This area might be a little too much here. What we're gonna do is bring back these segments there, I think, and then we're gonna make a consistent slope all the way down to the other point. There we go. That looks a lot more manageable for our freight rail. But okay, I think, yeah, I don't think we really need more train tracks, honestly. We'll do some cool stuff right here. We could always just add another line to this Trident looking thing if we want to fill it up, but I think that's good for now. And I'm glad that we don't have this at-grade crossing, just to minimize the traffic backups, because this is going to be, you know, I mean, if you played, you know that these ports and the cargo train terminals cause a lot of traffic, so glad that we can minimize it here. Let's think about the highway connection into our road system now. I think we can finally get rid of this dead end icon. Is that the only one left? I think so. This is gonna be the first time, I think, since forever where we won't have just a, oh no, we have this one right here. Okay, I take it back. All right, yeah, we're gonna curve this highway down here, kind of follow the tracks a little bit, although I think maybe we'll cross where we dipped into the hill. Yeah, right above that to meet with our, I think, yeah, we'll meet around here. We'll do like some kind of cloverleaf intersection with this highway. We'll cross the bridge and then come into these ports. I think this will be the dominant port. In fact, yes, it will be the dominant port. So we'll have a direct highway connection into this road right here somehow. But okay, let's back it up. Go double laner. Already got parallel tool on. Good, let's turn on our topography. And yeah, let's cross it right around here. So actually, let's create that land bridge for us. Although we are probably gonna have to keep it raised to go above the river, so maybe not. But all right, let's go back to parallel tool and yeah, let's make this connection. Yep, that should be plenty clearance. Now the question is, how do we want to make this interchange? I guess it makes more sense to go above this current one. So if we raise this chunk of land right there, we might, I think we're gonna have to go higher. So let's leave this chunk be and we'll just switch to elevated mode at that point. So nothing to see here. We didn't change it. Okay, we are now within our purchase tiles again, so let's think about how we are actually going to connect this highway to our road infrastructure. And I'm guessing we're gonna have to build a little bit more, but I think the idea is I'm gonna have another road coming on this side of the tracks, and so we can connect to both this road if you wanna go directly to the port, or this side of the train tracks, which will have a connection up there, but if you wanna come into whatever we build over there. So in fact, let's do that. Let's go a little crazy. Let's do a asymmetric road on this side. Bring that down to ground level. We can turn off anarchy, I think. Let's just get a right angle here. Don't need parallel. Line up with that intersection right there. And I'm thinking we'll have one off-ramp come right into this lane right there, I think. Let's give that a shot. You know what? I'm also gonna do something even crazier. Let's upgrade both of these to 3 lane segments. So we're at 15 meters. Even more if we have to, but okay. This 3rd lane, oh, you know what? This guy, I'm gonna do 4 lanes. I'm gonna go a little crazy. Bear with me. We're gonna do 4 lanes here. What I'm thinking is we'll have the rightmost lane branch into there. We're gonna have 2 lanes going directly into this road right here, since this will be our primary port, and I wanna maximize the traffic flow into that area. And then the leftmost lane, we will curve into this side somehow. So let's get our first off-ramp, turn off parallel mode. And I'll probably back out these exit lanes even more, but for now, let's just get this proof of concept working. Can I turn off anarchy? I can, sweet. I think I saw that was around 4% descent, so I'm okay with that. All right, now, yep, we're gonna get 2 lanes coming from the middle section here. And then let's just use move it to try to finagle these segments into place so they don't overlap like that. Oh, come on, you can do it. Okay, something like that. We'll say that's okay. I feel like at this point you're probably slowing down anyway, but okay, we'll leave that. I am gonna change this road, or sorry, this segment. Let's bring this down into another asymmetric. We'll do 3-lane high. I'm gonna do a highway because I don't really want zoning on this section right here, I don't think. So let's see. I guess I need anarchy. I want the single lane on this side because we'll bring in these 2 lanes to those 2 lanes right there. So, you know what? I'm gonna just make all of these like this. Let's just get over the train track first. Okay, what is this descent like now? 7%, that's a little too much for me, I think, but we can use move it to kind of massage the nodes there, I think. Okay, I know that's crazy steep, but bear with me. I'm now going to use move it to try to make this a consistent slope, and I might also lower these tracks just a little bit to make that that angle more manageable for our heavy semi trucks. Okay, I think I have it a little more gentle now for our incoming freight trucks, and we still have barely enough clearance for these train tracks right now. Of course, we won't actually have trains going. I now see that I created a kink in that track. Maybe if I bring this a little more straight over. Okay, yep, that's definitely enough clearance. And in fact, we can probably bring it down even lower now to make the descent that much better. Okay, leave that there. And what I'm going to do is, since we're going to have another lane coming this way to go into this side of the port, I'm going to prohibit this left turn, which means this can all be just a single traffic light. So these 2 will go at the same time, or sorry, this lane will go at the same time as this one. Obviously, I don't know if actually it'll do that in the game, but in our minds, that's what's going to happen. But all right, yeah, let's see how we're going to make this connection now. Actually, I have an idea that I might that might make this node look a little cleaner. Instead of coming out with a 2-lane in the center there, actually that looks weird too. Let's just come out directly with a 3-laner, and then up here we can maybe branch out to go to that intersection over there. So let's go back to highways, turn off those snappings. All right, let's get it up, and we want to come up, yep, on this side right here. All right, now we're gonna come, let's see, can we just curve in now to our existing infrastructure there? Oh, whoops, wrong. Okay, that's still looking pretty good. And then from here, yeah, now let's start making our way down to this intersection if we can. Do I even need anarchy right now, actually? %, definitely will not do, but we got plenty of clearance we can play with there, so we'll just let that be for now, and then remake this connection if we can. Oh, please work. Okay, I think that's looking okay. I kind of smoothed out that curve a little bit. I'll try to smooth this curve out a little bit as well. And then obviously I'm going to move back these exit lanes even farther. But all right. And then we'll definitely do something about that. But let's think about this. So if you're coming into the port, you have 2 lanes into the major port, which I like. And then if you want to get into this industrial area without going around the train tracks, you're good. And then also a direct way into the northern port, which will be a little smaller, so it's okay if we have a single lane into there. I think that's okay for now. So what I'm going to do next is get 2 lanes going out into our woodland highway so you can exit the port, and then we're going to have a lane coming out through here, kind of sneaking our way around to meet up with the highway eventually over here. So actually, I wonder if we can make this segment an asymmetric lane, so we have 2 on either side. Yep, and then we don't have to deal with kind of nodes being too close to each other. So let's get this up. Can I just do a simple curve here maybe? I want to come on the inside lanes. Yeah, I think something like that. And again, I'm going to make that descent a little gentler. But okay, we'll leave that there. Let's actually bring this segment back to 2 lanes because we're going to need a little bit more room for our lane beneath it to come up. So let's turn this segment. I think this will be the target to bring our underground lane into it. Actually, should we make this 2 lanes as well? Why not? Let's do it. So we're going to come here, back down to ground level, and we're going to snake our way along this track, I think. Let's make this a 4-lane for our target. Getting a lot of lanes here, but you know, industrial traffic. What are you going to do? All right, can we make this final smooth connection in? Smooth, yes, but that descent is way too crazy. And we got plenty of clearance here. Okay, I'm gonna go through with the Move It mod now to kind of clean up these descent angles and everything, so bear with me. Okay, I've officially spent way too long trying to get these curves just perfect, the slopes to be as gentle as possible. I realized I could totally lower the highway out here. So I did do that since we have more length to deal with the incline there. But I think I'm okay with how these are turning out, although I don't like how far out Pacific Highway goes, but I've just been running into so many node issues, like getting all the weird tangled nodes we all know and love. So let's just complete this with kind of bringing back these exit lanes a little bit more to make the exits more manageable. So let's bring this 4-laner back like that. And then we'll turn this into a 3-laner. I want plenty of time for these trucks to know which exit they're going to get off of. And then we can turn this segment into a 4-laner and same deal. Okay, let's do this one more time. So you're going into the port. You can either go straight to get into the main one, take a left-hand exit to get into the North Port, or if you want to go into this industrial area, you can take the Pacific Highway. If you're coming out, you can either come out from here. If you're in this area, you take Amity Highway. Got plenty of lanes to merge onto here. And then if you're in either port, you can take either this highway or just go around the bend and get back onto Amity Highway and do some cool underpasses. But okay, I'm gonna save this before my game crashes and I loses all my progress. Psych, I could not leave Myrtle Highway alone. So I fixed it by actually coming into the node seems to create a cleaner connection than going out of it. So yeah, clean that up and I think that looks a ton better. So, but yeah, we got, I think the major exit and entrances into the area now. What is going on with that? All right, I just gotta leave it, But before we do our grid for the rest of our kind of ploppables and growables, let's tackle this cloverleaf over here. So easiest connections are going from spruce into aspen, and then probably, I guess they're both spruce? Huh, that's new. This side of spruce into Barlow. The other ones will probably be pretty tight, but we'll see how it works. So yeah, let's do the obvious connections first. Okay, for this connection and going off into that sunset, this is gonna be a little hairy, but let's try this. Let's make this a 4-laner. I definitely don't have enough room. I didn't leave myself enough room to make a loop in there. But if we play our cards right, let's give this a shot. We're gonna make this all the way back here, I think, a 4-laner. Let's start coming out with a 2-laner. Then we'll make this loop right here with our single lane. Probably have to raise that a little bit or lower the, probably lower this upper segment as well. But now this, all right, let's see if this works. I'm just gonna come underneath this segment. Can I start going up from here? All right, let's just go to maybe. Okay, well, I mean, we can deal with the clearance there with some move it magic a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of the effect I'm going for. I don't like how that looks too straight right now. Let's try that again. We'll use a simple curve for this one. Okay, looking better. I guess we could make an easy connection like that as well, but the other really important one is getting from Barlow Highway into the port area, since that's where a lot of our city traffic is going to come from. So let's see, how do we want to do this? Should we just go up and over everything, or go underneath this space right here, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's see if that can work. All right, let's get our exit lane. We'll start way back here. Okay, well, this is a monstrosity. I think we can all agree. I'm a little worried that this segment is a little too short for all the weaving we have to do. So I think what I'm going to do is actually have Birdsong Highway go into the third lane and then Strawberry come into this lane a little sooner. So I'm going to bring back, yeah, these segments. Get rid of that. And let's see if I can't bring this one, Strawberry, into that center lane. Sorry, the third lane right there. All right, I marginally increased the size or the stretch of this 4-laner right there, so I think that's okay for now. I mean, now I got a little bit of symmetry there, which is nice. This segment, though, I also think I need to bring back a little more and get into the highway sooner, so you have time to get over some lanes if you're like in this far right lane. Okay, I think that's a little more palatable and was able to raise this segment. I think that's okay, although I see we kind of go up and down a little bit. Probably don't need that. But this makes me feel a little better in terms of like the merge lane and yeah, the time they have to weave in and out of that segment. So now all I'm gonna do is go through these and make sure each lane has enough clearance. Of course, now I'm seeing that we don't have a connection going from Spruce into this direction of Aspen Highway, but that's not very important right now because we have nothing over there, and we can think about that later. I think these are the main, I guess, directions I wanted to get now. So, and I think I've gotten all the clearances pretty much out of the way. The only dicey one will be this one right here, but we'll see what that looks like when a actual truck asset comes through. But yeah, now we got a much longer stretch to get into whatever lane you want to do. So I'm happy with how the highways turned out, even if they look like weaving monstrosities. Before we hit play, then, all we gotta do is make our shipping and cargo lines. So let's do cargo train first, since we only got the one line. We'll do, wait, that's passenger. Where's cargo? We'll do 1 to our... we'll do, ooh, that was weird. Our, yeah, cargo line here in the Diego Industrial Park. And then another one to an outside connection. Let's do that one since it's nice and close. Excellent. All right, and now for shipping lanes, where is it? Water. We'll do a medium seaway. Let's have, yeah, a line come in. Let's do like right around here. And then I guess I don't need anarchy. We can kind of make like a loop, basically. All right, so now we have access, God, these clouds. We have access to 3 shipping lanes, so let's make our cargo routes. We'll do international one, we'll do close one there, come back around. Those are set, so... Oh wait, power, that's right, duh. All right. Actually, wait, we should be able to get power, yep, because we got a line right out there. So let's just get our sewage lines underneath. Did that actually connect? It did, excellent. All right, and then power, although I think what I might do is, you know what? Let's do a new power station right here. I'm going to do, since I've been having some garbage issues, collecting garbage, so I'm gonna do the incineration plant, which we gotta unlock. So we're gonna go to this, because yeah, it burns garbage and creates electricity at the same time. So let's see, let's have it kind of coming off of Amity Highway, which means I think we need to turn that into a zonable asymmetric road, which we have, thankfully. Okay, and yeah, where is it? Incineration plant. Ooh, that's a big asset. Love it. Okay, let's put it right, sure, right there. And then we can create our district. We gotta come up with a big district name. I guess the port of Dewy Del Mar is already taken, but maybe we should repurpose that name since this is a much bigger port now. National State Harbor. I don't know. If you think of a better name, actually, please think of a better name. That's horrible. But it's a placeholder for now. So let's assign power to this and make sure we actually have our power connections. And I am immediately going to get a bigger fleet of garbage trucks. Okay, now I think that's everything. So let's hit play. I guess, I don't know what I assumed would happen immediately. Our economy might triple. I don't know. Hopefully. We'll take a look at trade and keep an eye on the economy in a second. But let's get some workers out here with a bus line. So we'll go to road, bus stop shelter. I'm thinking we'll have 2 stops, maybe one for each side of the port. So let's do like right. Let's do one. How about over here? Because we'll have some factories over there, and then one, let's do it like right here. Okay, and both these will just go to Central Station probably. So we'll start over here. Okay, but hey, we got shifts coming in, so things are happening now, and this is also working, so cool. We'll just let things sit for a second, see what happens. Oh my God, look at that. I think our economy just, or our budget just pretty much doubled. Perfect. Now for the fun part, we get to start zoning and plopping all of our huge industrial buildings. So let's start on this side over here. So I'm thinking some of the big assets I want are, I want to get the water treatment plant because we're a little low on water and our sewage is getting towards the red as well. So I think first we got to unlock it, water treatment. And then we'll probably put all these assets up here for now because I want to leave this for a custom port with these shipping containers. So let's make sure the area is flat, at least up to these hills. Actually, it's already pretty flat. That's nice to deal with. For all this industrial area, you definitely want a flatter build, but let's go to 2-lane. Hopefully we don't really need anarchy anymore, and we'll bring the grid out as far as we can there, and the grid broke. Lovely. Let's go put our water treatment plant. We'll do it in this corner right here. The next big asset I want to get in here is Big Pharma. It's an industrial building. I think it's at the very bottom. What filter? Oh, this is my favorite new thing, clear filters. This is what I think I've said something about it like every build since starting. But yeah, Big Pharma, this is what I want. This is a nice big industrial asset and looks a little more modern. So we can do modern stuff over here maybe, and then, I don't know, big oil refineries and stuff over there next to the dirty industry. But yeah, let's have this come out like here maybe, and then we can get another road separating it. And can we get a big parking lot in here? Ooh, perfect. I did not plan that. That was perfect. Okay. I am actually just going to continue this grid all the way out here to meet up with our road there. Oop, missed it. There we go. Okay. Next, I'm going to break this grid up, and I think I'm going to do a couple of factories, maybe some offices, and then I want to get a ground, not a ground earth, but one of our specialized industries, and probably stone mining, since I don't know if we have resources around here. So yeah, let's do this first, stone mining. Oop, that is a chicken farm. I mean, we could do that too, but I want to do something more industrial. And yeah, the rest can be like factories and offices. So let me quickly zone this in. I'm gonna try to zone a taller office tower in here just to break up the height. Although that might be a little too tall. Yeah, it's about the same height as the pipe over there, but we'll see how much that stands out. I don't want it to be too tall, but if you're following along, you just notice that our budget just basically dropped by 60%. I think it's because our geothermal plant has garbage piling up now, and so now we can't export it. And I've been running to this for a little bit, so what I'm going to do very quickly is make the power plant in its own district, and then assign our new garbage burning plant to send trucks here, because I think this poor recycling center is a little overrun right now. Okay, well, hopefully with our highway connection, we get trucks coming in here soon. I forgot to mention, I don't know, I did this as a YouTube short, this interchange, and I don't, like, it never uploaded. Like, YouTube would not recognize it as a short. So, yeah, surprise, I did an interchange here. But back to the build here. So, all right, this is coming in together. I'm gonna fill in more office around here, I think, but smaller density. And this zoned in, and I think that is an acceptable height. Don't want anything taller, but we will leave that there for now. And skills that kills from the future here. So I built out a couple service buildings, but I don't like what I did here. And pretty soon in the video, I am going to move these and do something else with this area. So I'm not going to bother showing you how I built this. As you can see, it's pretty boring, pretty basic. That's probably why I wanted to change it. So yeah, you're going to see this for the next few minutes, but pretty soon it's going to be gone. You know, while we're here, let's take a look at our trade graph, see what the difference was. And holy God, so all right, we went from about 0 to $4 billion in trade. So I think we're doing pretty good. I don't know, it's gotta be exporting energy, right? Yeah, garbage is still piling up there. All right, hopefully they send out their trucks soon. What do we got? You could do 75 trucks? God, hurry up. Okay, let's think about the next big asset. And again, if this is gonna be like the dirtier side over here, I wanna fit in, I think, the chemical plant at least. Let's see, do I have room for it? Let's go to find it. I think it's at the very top. Clear our filters, love this button now, chemical plant. Ooh, just barely. I think it probably makes sense to move our power plant down a little bit. So I'm gonna pause and break this wire up because we're gonna have to redo that connection. And let's move this down a little bit closer to this intersection. Okay, now if we have a road separating the two, I think we should still have enough room for our chemical plant. Let's see. Indeed we do. Okay, let's just plop that right in there. I think those look nice next to each other. But I'm gonna finish kind of building out this road network on this side of the port as well now. Just had a thought for this awkward space right here. I'm going to use the road builder tool, and we're going to add angled parking to one side of these roads. There we go. Fills in that space a little bit more. Okay, what next? I'm thinking over here, maybe we can put a bunch of kind of tankers, like oil storage tankers or other types of raw material tankers to, yeah, give it that giant, port feel. I don't know. So let's go to basic alleyway, try to maintain the grid again. Already broke, so we'll see how that goes. But let's have, so this is 6, I think that'll leave 6 deep. That should work. And I'm just going to plop these since I broke the grid up already. Industrial storage, is that the keyword? Indeed, yeah. But I'm going to look for 6x6. Yeah, well, let's do a row of these facing this direction. And then, yeah, we'll make sure that they all have the same color. Let's get this kind of darker white color. And then maybe a different type like oil. That was industrial. Oh no, oil. Okay, so what other types of storage do we have? For this big chunk of land, I think we can actually make use of the Cargo Harbor's warehouse extension, which does what? Oh, just allows more cargo to be stored, and we're already like almost a quarter of the way through, so I am going to use Anarchy so I can fit it outside of the bounds, but yeah, I'll just maybe get it next to this road right here. Oh, hey, look at that. Nice. We got a whopping $325,000. Cool. Yeah, I definitely like having bigger warehouse assets like that around here, but all right, let's fill in this final few spots with some parking lots and more zoning. And you know what? I think I want another one of these. I like having warehouses back to back. I don't know, and it would fit, I think, fill in this spot nicely, although we do have to get rid of this sand surface as well. Yeah, that's okay. Can I put this one over here maybe? Yeah, all right. Anarchy it is. And I think this is a good spot for a road maintenance facility. Fills in the area nicely, although let me just get that out there. Sure, and then we'll just end this with a nice green tree roundabout, since you're not going anywhere. I figured let's not develop this right now, so we won't make that a bridge, but that could eventually be a bridge, I guess. But, yeah, we'll see. Okay, we'll, do some detailing along the shoreline here. Maybe we can get another industrial. What's kind of crazy is we still have a pretty high office and industrial demand, so let's do a big office here, even with all of our zoning. So that's good to see. But for some reason, our budget is still pretty low, so not sure what's going on there. But let's take a look at unemployment. So it started around 14%, and we are down to 10%. That is actually higher than I thought it would be, to be honest. But it's going down. So maybe we just need to give it time. But all right, I think that is good for this side of the port for now. Shifting over to the North Harbor, I think it is high time to get into the oil business, because if we take a look at our natural resources, oh, I gotta turn on the colors, that's right. We are actually swimming in oil along the shoreline. So I think we can maybe make a little bit more money in the long run once our oil refineries are up and running. So I'm actually gonna buy, God, why does it take me over here? I'm gonna buy up these 3 tiles. Oh, I guess I have that one as well. And what we're gonna do is, if we take a look at, let's see, our specialized industry for oil, and I have the colors on now. Yep, this whole area is pretty, oh wait, is the entire map rich in oil? Wow, okay. Well, I guess this is an oil state. But my thought is, we'll do a couple of oil fields up here, and then I'm gonna extend the road network out a little bit and have our big oil refinery, which I have oil here, but do I have refinery? There you are. Kind of out on a slight, reclaimed land peninsula here, which, to be honest, I don't know why I see a lot of oil refineries out like that. I assume, if something blows up, they want the water to cool it off. But yeah, we'll reclaim a little bit more land. We'll have like a little inlet for here in between this and our custom cargo port. So let's do that. Let's extend our grid out. We'll leave, let's say, that much water. So this space in here will be water. Is that aligned? It is good. All right. And I guess we got to bring out some land. How is that water level? Okay, we're still a couple meters above, so that's okay. But now we can plop our asset and, yep, let's have it that way. I'm gonna turn off those colors now so we can actually see when we're zoning and stuff. And let's bring the road back on the side of it. Ooh, I don't like that bluish color. Let's grab something a little more oh, that's like red. No, let's grab this one. There we go, that's what I'm thinking about. All right, well, if we have an oil refinery, we actually need oil fields now. So let's do that kind of in this area back here. What does our terrain look like? It's pretty flat. Let's just smooth that out a little bit more. All right, specialized industry, oil. Let's get a few in here. And behind it, I'm gonna get a couple of custom oil refinery, or I guess oil storage, I should say, warehouses. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of finish up connecting all of these roads. Okay, later we will kind of fill in these green spots with trees or some kind of barrier, maybe higher fence or something like that. But let's get some warehouses or industrial assets in this block right here. I'm thinking, let's see if we can't do 2 6x6s. And then maybe parking on the sides if we can fit it. And then, yeah, as I mentioned, this is going to be water in here, so I am going to turn this and this road into quay walls, or I guess this one as well. Or I guess all 3 of these. No electricity. Well, okay, that was weird. And let's bring down the terrain to our height of, what is that, 107. And look at those water physics at play. Beautiful. Remember when I said I don't want a cargo train terminal? Well, I think I lied, because I think that would be awesome right here if we had tracks kind of swoop in and fill in this spot. So yeah, I'm gonna go back against my word. I feel like I'm gonna do that a lot because I also might want to redo this area. I don't like having the surface buildings just wedged in between the 2 giant ports. But I digress. Let's flatten this area for our train terminal. And we're gonna have it up against Barlow Street, but I think we might have the entrance over here, if I remember which side the tracks are on. Yep, we gotta flip it. So let's go up. I think it's 152 in length or width or whatever. So 152. Let's just get a guide road. And I want to flip it. There we go. Beautimous. Okay, and then let's connect up this road. This is going to be another fun, crazy intersection. And then let's think about the train track. So again, what I'm going to do is let's slope down from like over here maybe. We'll cut into the hill a little bit. That's fine. Next up, I'm going to get like a track parallel basically to this set of double lanes right here. So we'll go like this. And then from here, we're going to start swooping in. And while we're at it, I'm going to immediately upgrade this to a double. Cool, yeah. I feel like that curve is pretty gentle. It's definitely a lot gentler than the one we have way over here. Look at that tight curve. I don't know how realistic that is. But all right, now we are going to connect up our double tracks. We'll do an S curve for this. And then let's just finish out this road network a little bit. We'll come up to here. Or here, we'll make these straight angles like this. And then, sure, something like that. I don't know what to do with this end. I guess we could just do a roundabout for now. Although I think it would be cool if it kind of swept back up in the highway. But I think that incline would be pretty crazy for, you know, heavy semi-trucks coming from the cargo with their really heavy payload. But let's, for now, just end it with a roundabout. But we'll make it a big concrete slab so they have plenty of space to move around. And this triangle right here, I think I do want to start moving some of these service buildings, clear up that space. Okay, we'll deal with the rest of those later. Got to find a place for the bus stop. Maybe we should use the small bus stop. This, I feel like, is just a huge footprint. Although I will add more bus routes to the industrial area from all over the city for sure once we get things settled down. But okay, next, let's get some cargo routes going on here. We'll have one going to the original cargo harbor right here. And then let's have one going to our other external connection way out there. There you are. Starford, that's right. And then last thing, I'm just gonna zone a couple more industry right in here. And how about another small office tower right in the center there. Okay, our shipping empire expands. Let's do this custom cargo area now. So we're going to start by just laying down a huge slab of concrete over this entire block. And now let's designate the lanes that our trucks will go through. Let's start by going to net lanes, and yeah, we'll do road marking tools. We'll do this alleyway first. And let's see, how about if you enter on here around Concord Street, we can have two entrances right here, maybe Concord and then over here. So let's have two lanes like this, or a few lanes like this. And let's see how big our shipping props are. Oh, those are actually pretty small. Okay, let's just get a few of these then. That's a lot of shipping containers. Let's get these net lanes in between once more. Although, I feel like here, let's instead use lane marking tools. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. And let's see, we'll need to get some more decals like arrows and stuff along here. Let's do, yeah, let's do a curved one that kind of comes out like this. Or it's a straight one. And then we'll get some arrow decals for directing the trucks. That's looking pretty big, and I think I might want to do the same thing in this block right here. I'm realizing it would be super cool to have just kind of a continuous curve of shipping containers like that with some service buildings and you know, checkpoints, booths, other stain decals in between here, which we'll do during a time lapse. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call it. We're going to do the same thing right here. So I'm gonna move the bus stop. Let's just do a smaller bus station. We might have room maybe by the police station. Ooh, where else? And I see no one's using either of these, so I'm gonna take one of these parking lots and use that spot for a small bus station. Maybe over here we can have an integrated stop right along there, but yeah. Get rid of this, frees up a bunch of space. But okay, yeah, I'm now going to quickly do the same thing for this area right here, get some custom shipping containers. And you know what? I'm going to snake one more train track from here going to this corner right there. I'm okay with having another at-grade crossing right there, not the end of the world. Excellent. And then during the detailing time lapse, again, we'll get some decals, some more props to fill in this space, make it look a little more gritty, a little more lived in, and maybe even get one more office. Oh, that was... Actually, no, I'm not against having a higher tower there. We'll see what that looks like, but maybe we can get some parking for right next to it. Okay, I definitely like having this continuous corner of shipping containers. Just gives the port just a much grander sense of scale, I feel like. Although I could probably do better on all these road markings over here. But again, we'll do a detailing time lapse and hopefully make it look a little more realistic. There's that, and then we're gonna move on to finally doing just one more branch of train tracks into this area, I think. For this train track, we are going to squeeze a single line, I think, right through there. It should fit without anarchy, and we got plenty of clearance now. So we're gonna squeeze it through there and then just end in like a mini train yard, parallel to the shore here. So let's make sure we have a flat platform to deal with, and then we'll slope in from, let's go maybe around here, down to there. Okay, single line, let's see. Turn off all my snappings. Let's start by just making sure we can actually get through this gap right here. Oh wow, we got a cargo backup already. I feel like this cargo terminal is getting a lot more usage than the one that's integrated into the harbor. I'm not sure why. I'll check that out later. But all right, for this we can probably just do a simple curve from here into the existing track. Just like that. Okay, and then to do this train yard effect, I realized we can use the parallel mode. We'll do a straight edge, parallel. We could do 0.25, but I find that it makes getting all these nodes connected to the same line pretty wonky, because nodes being that close together, it's hard to make clean connections like that. So let's stick to 0.5 distance, and let's go kind of like this. Okay, turning that off. And then I'm gonna try to basically swoop these into, or swoop this single line into each of these and try to make those connections as clean as possible, but we'll see. Okay, I think that's the best I'm gonna get it. I've been trying to use Move It to get them a little closer together, but actually I'm fairly happy with how that turned out. So yeah, maybe now we can just extend a small road triangle type deal thing to make it look like this was an old rail yard and get some zoning along there. But okay, yeah, let's do that very quickly. Okay, those are zoning in nicely. We'll fill in all the surfaces with pavement and stuff and parking decals once we do a detailing time lapse. But before that, let's quickly check our services just to make sure everything's in order. Electricity, we are good. Water, yep, we are good again, because I guess this is pumping water and sewage, so got a nice export there. Healthcare, in the clear. Recycling now, yeah, we are more than good. And how many service vehicles are out and about here? Oh, we have 65 left over, so we should be good. And Wi-Fi, how we doing? Oh, we gotta have a Wi-Fi tower over here. What if we just upgrade this first before building a new one? Still not as good. Let's build another one. I'm gonna turn off those colors. There we go. Let's build another one over by our refinery. What's a good spot? How about just, how about out here in this corner? Because I expect that we will develop more industry into these hills here. Although it is a little hilly, but definitely over here by the highway. So if we double check now, yep, we got continuous coverage all around. So especially up against the highway, which is what I was worried about. Post office. Ooh, all right. Let's see. We got a bunch of services over here, so let's get the post office. We can probably do a small one. We don't need a big post office anywhere around here. So, okay, next to the police station it is. That makes sense. This is our service corner. Okay, I think we got functionality down, although I realized, so I've been looking at my budget and kind of surprised that we're not making bank with all the oil, and these buildings are empty. And I'm not sure why, because we're definitely on top of oil. Let's see if we just turn off everything except oil deposits. Yep, we are definitely over oil, so not sure why those are empty. For the goals of the detailing time lapse, scuff up the pavement, make it look lived in, kind of fill in these cracks with more surfaces, parking decals, get some industrial props along the train tracks, fill another track here, I can totally fit that in. And then, yeah, get some protective rocks on the shore and just basically see what else we can do. So, yeah, let's do this. And we're back. Let's take a quick recap before we get out of here. With this custom train yard, I made it kind of like a grain silo train yard, I guess. So we got some static train assets here, unloading their grain into these silos to be picked up by the trucks to lead into these giant warehouses or processing facilities. And then they got their corporate overlords in Lato Electronics. So I guess they somehow reduce grain into CPUs. Then I got this custom coastal park, I guess, with the, I think I saw someone call this riffraff, this rock wall, which is kind of protective, but also aesthetically pleasing. Figured since this is a giant job center now, we got, yeah, over 2,600 jobs. Workers need a place to get away from the fumes, get some greenery, go eat lunch, and we got another custom park up here as well, looking out into the ocean. So I thought that was a nice touch. Turns out I actually went too hard on the stain decals for a second, and my frame rate really started to drop. I think that's the issue. I don't know, or maybe it was just something random. So I did dial it back, but I don't think it takes away from the stain lived-in effect. One thing I really like to do with industrial areas is use these leak decals. I feel like along the seams of the buildings, that definitely makes it look like these have been here and they're not too cared for, I guess. You know, people don't care what the roof of the power plant looks like, so that definitely makes it look a little more realistic in my mind. Another set of static train props here to unload who knows what petroleum, we'll say, into these silos there. And finally got some lane markings and decals and props in our custom port area here with another little train stop there to unload, we will say, uranium into that, into that silo. Same for over here, another custom port. Kind of bordered it with a fence and some yellow decals to kind of give it a nice border with some props and some checkpoints with these parking booths. In this spot, didn't know what to do with it, and so I ended up making it kind of like a legacy farm area. Managed to get this road, Hawthorne Lane, over Cedar Highway without doing too much damage. So this is just kind of like a general storage area, or maybe it's, yeah, if this was a farming area back in the day, this is just kind of left over. And then, yeah, used riverbed base texture for this and under the train tracks, which is my go-to. And what else? Oh, I realized that the reason, or I think the reason that our oil drilling areas weren't getting any usage, I think they were too small. So I made a single big one and it immediately got a company. So I guess your oil area needs to be a certain size before it's actually being used, but we are now producing oil at least. If we take a look at our production tab, not a lot, and we're still in deficit, but at least these two, we are building something now. So we will definitely expand those in the future. And yeah, I managed to get a custom cargo ship there to make this bay looked more lived in. But yeah, future ideas. If you have anything to see in this peninsula, I think that would be it would be cool to develop that. And then I'm thinking we should get some low income or worker housing and then like a commercial area up by the highway, since National Harbor is pretty far from the city proper. We do have a bus line, but maybe we could get another public transportation out here. And then yeah, get some worker housing in the hills. Definitely need to expand our resource production because yeah, one more time. Whoops, wrong one. We're still not building a lot. We got a bunch of, oh, we got a lot of timber, wow. But these natural resources down here, we gotta do better. And last, let's take a quick look at our stats. So I think we started unemployment around 14%, so we're down to 8.9. Still pretty bad in reality. Like if the US had 8.8 unemployment, there would be a civil war. But definitely coming down at least. And these, oh wow, that just jumped. These buildings will provide more jobs as they level up. However, I think our job and an employment count would benefit from, yeah, getting university so we can get higher paying, higher educated jobs. I think there's a view to see like what demand there is per education factor. And yeah, we are at pretty much full capacity for everything. Wow. Okay. I'm surprised by this. I thought this would add a lot. So yeah, we got to build a university, TLDR. Let's also quickly look at our trade volume. And I took, let's see, where is it? It's down here. I took a quick look and we got that like $4 billion pop, but let's bring this back down. This went down again. And to be honest, I'm not sure why. We are kind of back in the green, but yeah, I have no idea which colors these pertain to. Well, like what is what. So this graph for me right now is pretty much useless. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Unemployed, also surprisingly steady. I guess just as jobs come in, so do workers. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. But this has been awesome. This has been fun. And if you have any suggestions or feedback or know why we are not swimming in money right now, I guess we could take a look at our taxes. Let's entice some companies to move in. We'll see. I mean, our budget went down, but maybe in the long run that'll help. So yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.